In this video, we'll explain how translation rules work in a DID record to match the DID number with the incoming CLD from SIP requests by DID providers. Sippy's translation rules use Python regular expression syntax and are equivalent to standard Python regular expressions. It is important to understand that, when a translation rule is specified in the incoming DID CLD field, the resulting value of this field is assumed to be the value of the DID field after applying the translation rule, and this value is used only for authenticating remote calls from DID providers. If the incoming DID CLD field is left blank, meaning no translation is needed, then its value simply equals the DID value in the basic parameters. For a single DID, both numeric and literal values are acceptable, which makes a translation rule unnecessary, as any required value can be specified directly to match the CLD in the incoming SIP request. The single DID translation rule explanation is provided to make the concept easier to understand and to highlight the difference between single values and ranges. However, for DID ranges, only numeric values can be entered in the DID field. Therefore, if the CLD in the SIP request from the DID provider contains literals, such as a plus sign, a translation rule must be applied to match the incoming SIP CLD values. In both cases, the original DID values are still used for late recognition of on-net calls, as the call identifier in the CDR database, and as the basis for outgoing CLD. For example, assume we purchased a range of numbers from a DID provider, from +12125050010 to +12125050030. But for ranges, we cannot specify the range with a plus sign, only numeric values are acceptable, so we have to use only the number part of the CLD, and a translation rule to add the plus sign, to make it match the incoming CLD from the DID provider in the SIP requests. Another example, for a simplified DID range, such as 1030, we can use a translation rule to add +121250500 to each number, making the incoming DID CLD range match the DID provider's CLD exactly. Using translation rules this way ensures that all incoming calls from DID providers are authenticated reliably and consistently. This concludes our lesson on incoming DID CLD translation rules.